All right, we have Coach Ricky, the founder and owner of Global Grassroots. He's based out of Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Coach Ricky, how's it going?
Good, good. Blessed to be here, man. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. So, you're based out of Huntsville, Alabama, but you go all over the country. So, how's your experience like going to all these tournaments everywhere in the country?
Well, it's a blessing, man. You get to see all the top kids in the country play the sport they love and the
Yeah.
sport I also love. So
Yeah,
it's a blessing.
And you were the guest speaker yesterday
Yes,
for this
sir.
event. So, how was that like? And what knowledge were you dropping to the kids?
Just trying to tell the kids, no matter what they do today, it's a long road ahead.
Yeah.
So just try your best to play the right way because that
Yeah.
always translates.
Yeah, exactly. Play the right way. No, that's key. And what about you, Coach Ricky? You have a vision of going, global, with your company. So
Yes, sir.
kind of tell us about that vision a little bit.
Man, I just want to be known and relevant in every part of the world, man.
Yeah.
That's my goal. Because I feel like I have a lot of knowledge and value to bring to the game of basketball.
Yeah.
And I want to spread that as much as possible.
Yeah, and what is your message for this company? What do you want to do, with these kids?
My tagline is "We see the future first." So
Okay.
I like to see them young and follow them throughout their career.
Yeah.
And the goal is the goal isn't the NBA. The goal is success at whatever you plan on doing in life.
I think that's so important.
I
for
think
very young-
basketball is the foundation because
Yeah.
this is what they're choosing right now.
Yes, sir.
But I just want to see all of them be successful.
I think that's such an important message, Coach Ricky, that you had important lessons from a young age, you're teaching
Right.
this kids. And you've been down in Austin all weekend, for this time. So what have you seen so far from these kids? And are you enjoying yourself at this
Oh,
camp?
I'm
Yeah,
definitely enjoying myself, man. These kids love basketball, and I'm just happy I get to share the experience with them.
Yeah. And there's kids not only from Texas, Coach Ricky, but all over the country.
Mhm.
So what does that say about this event and the
Man,
organizing?
basketball, man. If you build it, they'll come.
Yeah.
No matter where you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
No matter where it's at, they love it.
Yes, sir. And kind of tell us about your tournaments that you do in Alabama. And then,
I have my national tournament coming up July 2nd through the 4th.
Okay.
I have teams from Canada,
Wow.
California. I think I'm covering 30 states.
wow.
Yeah, I have teams from over 30 states in Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama, July 2nd through July 4th.
Yes, sir.
We're definitely, as Patel Pickleball Sports, have to come down to Alabama and cover your tournaments for sure. Thank you.
I'm going to turn Patel Sports into Global Grassroots Media Company. That's my goal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you have to come to India.
Yo,
When it is-
Yeah, I talked to your dad about it. I'm definitely going to spend some time in India with you guys.
And he told me you love Indian food.
I love India. So I love to get some authentic.
And what are you looking for the rest of this day, Coach Ricky? What is the plans for the rest of the day?
I'm really watching for kids who's playing hard and making the extra pass.
Yeah.
At a camp, a lot of the time that gets thrown under the rug, but I'm really watching the kids to see who's playing defense and making the extra pass.
Exactly. And I think that's very important. Well, thank you very much, Coach Ricky, for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's welcome the CEO of the 2021 VIP Global Camp here in Austin,
sir.
Texas,
Yes,
the
sir.
one and only Mr. Dennis Boyd. So,
Yo.
Mr. Boyd, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing today, bro?
Doing good, doing good. First of
Yes,
all,
sir.
thank you for this opportunity for allowing us to come and cover this
Always.
event.
Family. We family. We
Yeah.
family, man.
So, Mr. Boyd, tell us about how this camp has been going for you so far, this first day and now early in the second day.
I mean, camp's been going well. This is the first annual.
Yeah,
We had a nice turnout, like over 100 kids.
yeah,
So yesterday was kind of crazy. It was exciting, fun. And today's like everybody's been super competitive today.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody's locked in for the second day.
yes, sir. And
Yes, sir.
tell us about all the planning that took place, to put on this event, with you and Enoch and all the Coach Ricky and all the tournament organizers.
Yeah, man. It took like maybe 3 months of planning,
Wow.
planning, plotting, strategizing, networking and connecting,
Yeah.
finding all of the right people
Yeah.
to be at the event, like you guys, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Yes, sir.
it's been interesting to say the least.
And Dennis, there's all these different players and teams from even out of state of Texas. So kind of tell us
Yeah.
about that reach that D5 Global has, that you're not only getting the best Texas kids, but you're
Right.
getting the top kids from all over the country.
Yeah, man. I mean, we have kids like Peyton Kemp from Michigan,
Yeah.
Jamel Thomas, he's from New York. Man, we have kids from everywhere. Felipe's from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Like our stretch, like over the last year, the program and the brand has grown tremendously. So
Yeah.
yeah, we kind of network with everyone. Yeah.
And Dennis, you coach at D5 Global 2026.
Yes, I coached the 7th grade, 2016.
So
Yeah.
tell us about that team. You know, how close is that team, and how great of a team are you guys? Because you guys are pretty awesome.
I like to think we're the best team in the country. You know what I mean? Our strength of schedule is so tough this year. We played, and we still playing, but we played all of the top teams. All the teams are like top 5 in the country.
Wow.
We played them. We only lost to one of them. So I like to think, man, we're the best. I like to think we're the best. Man.
And how's that relationship that you have with the players? You guys seem like you have very close knit. You guys do things off the court, on the court.
Yeah.
You guys have a good time. It's not just about basketball.
Right. We're very family oriented. So all of the kids are like brothers, and you know the parents are great. We like it's like family, brothers and sisters, and all of my boys, they're like my nephews, and you know what I mean. So it's great, man.
And what I love about your program is, Dennis, you guys are very open to the parents. You're not just be like, okay, just the kids here. You guys are very open, interacting with the parents. How is that relationship that you have with the parents?
The relationship is great. I talk to the parents at least once a week. Sometimes, most of the times, it's really we don't even talk about basketball. So but when we get together, we always hanging out and catching up and just having fun, you know what I mean? Doing what parents do, because I'm a parent also, as well as a coach and co-director of the program. So we try to keep everything in perspective. You know what I mean?
And how was it like balancing that, Dennis, you know, you being a parent and then you being a co-director?
Oh man, it's I'm not gonna lie and say it's easy. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough, but it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah.
If you can help, if I can just reach one kid, I feel like I fulfill my purpose. So it's all worth it. I love what I do.
That's a great mission and great vision that D5 Global has, Dennis. Just a couple more questions. I know you're a very busy man. So what are you looking forward to the rest of the day? You guys just finished your 3-point contest. You'll be playing some games. You guys are going to be doing some awards later.
Yeah, we're doing awards later. You know, camp photos and, you know what I mean, networking, let the boys exchange social media information, and we're just going to keep this thing rolling. We just getting started. Just getting started.
Yeah,
we're just getting started. We're not even warmed up yet.
And Dennis, what's next for D5? Like, tell us about your next events and what's next for you guys.
Actually, we have an event on the junior circuit.
Okay.
On the 18th and 20th here in Dallas. In Dallas, I'm sorry. We're in Austin now. But we have one next week in Dallas, which you guys will be headlining.
Yes, sir.
You guys will be headlining. It's going to be a pretty big event. We got some big name teams coming out. It's going to be real good. It's going to be a nice event.
Well, thank you, Dennis. What a fantastic event that you put on here. You and everybody else involved. And best of luck. And we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Plenty more conversations.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's welcome Mr. Enoch Fowler, the director of D5 Global and the CEO. He's very passionate. He loves some hoops. So Enoch, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing good. So I could tell Mr. Fowler is enjoying some great basketball. So describe the basketball that you've seen the last 2 days at this VIP Global Camp.
It's been a good camp, man. I've seen a lot of kids that a lot of people don't know about. They show a lot of talent. Good up-and-coming kids that's going to put on the show down the future for the summer, you know.
Yes, sir.
That people from everywhere.
Yes, sir. So, Enoch, there's not only kids from Texas here, but it's all over the country, California, Maine, Oklahoma, Louisiana, just to name a few. There's pretty much all over. So what does that say? You know, that kids all over the country are coming to this event in Austin.
Right. It's good. Well, what we're trying to do, we're putting on a camp for Austin, Texas, to get everybody to know more about Austin, Texas. Normally, when you talk about Texas, you talk about Dallas, you talk about Houston, but you really don't know much about Austin. So what I've been trying to bring to the city of Austin is more kids from out of state getting Austin known from basketball with the youth, the grassroots, first grade through 8th grade, different stuff like that.
Okay, awesome. So Enoch, you're part of D5 Global. So for those people that don't know about the program, describe D5 Global.
D5 Global is a program that, you know, they travel all over the country. You know, we started out pretty much people didn't know about us, didn't give us no respect, so we had to just show everybody on the court what we was about. So basically, we just want to get these kids some exposure, you know, get the kids noticed, and they just come play with D5 Global.
And talk about the staff of D5 Global, Coach Ricky, Dennis, you, Coach DJ, everybody. Wonderful people.
I think we got the hard working staff in the country. You know, they work 24 hours. Coach DJ, Coach Josh, Teddy, Coach, you know, Lincoln, all of them, they all work together. So Julian, he works. This is an ongoing. We always trying to improve the program and different stuff.
Yeah, shout out to everybody involved for all the hard work. They're great people, like I said, wonderful to talk to, passionate about basketball, and you guys are in it for the right reasons.
Yes, sir.
So, Enoch, what is your vision for D5 Global?
Vision just to keep growing, man. Just to keep building the brand, have opportunity for kids somewhere to play basketball.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we had a ball come in, but go ahead.
Just keep building it. Have kids opportunities from all over the country to experience. I'm playing against what we bring is some kids don't get to play with other kids that they know from Instagram and different. So we bring it where they can come play with us, and different stuff like that. Just keep building exposure.
And what about international? Are you guys looking to go international eventually also?
Yes, this winter we're gonna start off. We're gonna go to Puerto Rico and play in the tournament.
Nice. You guys excited about that?
Yeah, so the 2026 group, they supposed to do a European tour and all that. So we're very excited about it. Yeah.
Enoch, you guys have to come to India one of these days too.
Right. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll come there. Yeah.
Oh, they would love that.
Right.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, Enoch, what is the plans for the rest of the day for this VIP camp?
So we still got a award ceremony for the MVPs. Then we'll do the dunk contest. And then, we're going to give out medals for each of the kids, just participating and stuff like that, just showing that they've been to the VIP camp. And then we hope to grow this even more.
Yes, sir.
And then another thing before I get out, we're going to have another VIP camp December 4th through the 5th. This year, we're going to do another one for kids that missed.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask what's next.
Right.
Yeah, you guys have some tournaments coming up and then the VIP camp.
Right.
Where's that VIP camp going to be,
We're going to have a VIP camp December 4th and 5th, I think. It'll be in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
We got a tournament coming up June 18th through the 20th in Dallas.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a big tournament. And we got some other stuff coming up in the future for the winter. In the spring, we got a circuit coming up that we putting together for the youth.
Okay.
For 2nd through 8th grade. Just different, the other no shoe deal team, just independent teams and stuff like that can participate in it too.
Excellent, Enoch. So last question for you. Where can the audience find you on social media and where can they get more information about D5 Global?
Instagram. For D5, we probably got about 15 pages. They can find me at D5 Elite Global CEO on Instagram. All my information on there, my phone number, the website is on there. You can, just hit one of the Instagram pages.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, go check out D5 Global. They do great stuff. We're so excited to be partnering with them, doing the media. Well, Enoch, best of luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's welcome Coach Chris, who is the head coach for Campbell Elite, one of the top teams in the country. So, Coach Chris, how are you, sir?
Doing good. Doing really good.
So, tell us about your team, Campbell Elite, to those who have not seen you play. What is your style of play?
I don't want to tell them too much, and that might give them an advantage on how we play. But no, everybody pretty much knows we just play hard-nosed basketball, man. We grind it out. And play smart basketball as well, so we just play physical, hard-nosed basketball, and that's our style of play.
Okay, and talk about your players, like how you find these players and how you develop them.
I have 3 out-of-town kids from Memphis. I found them, but pretty much everybody else is from the McKinney-Frisco area.
Okay.
And one kid is from Mississippi, but he lives in our area now. So really, it's a cultural fit that we have. You got to kind of fit in that culture. Like I said, we're tough-minded, we grit and grind, as well as being smart at the same time. So we put all that in one, and then now we had that what makes up the DNA of Campbell Elite right there.
You put it all in the blender, and
That's how you come up. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So talk about you guys been playing here so far. So how would you describe your team's performance?
Really good, man. I got guys that's dunking the ball. That's camps are more like highlight, So, but I have guys that's doing a really good job of scoring the ball, dunking the ball, and I think also it gives them a confidence booster moving forward. So I have guys really doing good.
And talk about your bond that you have with your players, and then the relationship that you have with your parents, because that's so important.
Right. So one of the things I'm big on is family. And so I don't look at this as these are my, team. I call them family. So like my nephews and if their mom, dad, or whatever have an issue, a problem, we talk about it and we're done with it. And so I mean, the boys go swimming, they go eat, they hang out together. So because I believe in if they like each other, then they'll play harder for each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's one dream and one goal. You know what I mean?
I think you say it's such an important point. If they like each other off the court, then they'll play for one another on the court.
Facts.
And I think that's very important. So, Coach Chris, when is your next event?
Next event is next weekend. We're planning a D5 event. I think it's called Juneteenth. So we'll be in that event, showcasing our talent. You know?
And that's going to be some of the top teams that are going to be there, Coach Chris. So without giving too much away, from now until then, next weekend, what does the preparation look like for Campbell Elite? How many days are you guys going to practice? What are you guys going to do?
Maybe 3-4 days. Just getting back to game mode. You know, we've been in like camp mode right now, but getting back into game mode. So for me, the focus is very important.
Yeah.
You have to be focused and locked into the goal that we're trying to do.
Awesome. Talk about your coaching staff.
Staff is great. I have Demetrius Alexander. He played 18 years overseas.
Wow.
I have another guy, Funzo Martinez. He's a high school coach right now. He just came along the organization. I have James Norris. He's an older guy, about 64. So he's there too with his knowledge. So I'm big on having a mixture of guys that bring something different to the table.
And a lot of experience. I could just tell. There's a lot of basketball minds together. Just a couple more questions, Coach Chris. So next weekend, what are a couple of things your team's going to have to do to get the victories?
We're going to have to play defense, and we're going to have to play help defense as well. I'm big. Like, if I had one word to describe my team and to describe my mindset, it's defense.
Yeah.
Like, we have to play defense, hard-nosed defense, and get after it. And that's what I'm big on. We have to play not only just I got to guard my man, but the guys have to help each other. So the help defense is very important as well. So that's one of the major things we have to do and get back into doing well.
And it seems like defense is the identity for your program and for your team, Coach Chris.
Correct.
So nowadays, you know very well that nowadays kids are just like, okay, let me get mine. Let me get points. It's flashy. But defense is not as focused. So describe yourself how you got these kids to buy in on the defensive end at such a young age.
Well, for me, if you don't play defense, you don't get in the game. It's very simple. You know, it's not rocket science. So they like, oh, man, so you have to play defense. It's mandatory. You know what I'm saying? And so if they don't want to play defense, and I have guys that won't do what we need them to do from a team standpoint, and they leave.
Yeah.
And it's cool. You leave because you don't want to do what your coach asks. I tell them, I'm very frank with them. I'm like, hey, look, if you go to a job and you don't do what the job needs you to do, they're going to put somebody else in that position. Yeah. And that's the same philosophy I have. If you don't do what I need you to do, then I'll find somebody else.
It's not the right fit.
It's not the right fit, or, that's just part of it. That's life.
Yeah. I think that's so important. You're teaching them life lessons, not only in basketball, what to be successful in life outside of basketball. Right. And last question for you, Coach Chris, where can the audience find Campbell Elite? On Instagram or on your website?
It's at Campbell Elite Basketball.
Okay.
We do have a website, CampbellElite.com is our website. Facebook too, Campbell Elite. We just grinded, man. I didn't do a lot of promoting and advertising and stuff like that, marketing, because I didn't want our kids to get the big head and all that.
Yeah.
But I think everything is good in moderation, but just knowing my biggest thing was we built the foundation. We built the foundation on hard work, not what it looked like, or not just trying to trick people and who we are. No. You're going to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel it and you're going to see it once we play out. So that's the most important thing with us. And so that's basically it, man. I appreciate you guys for having me. You guys are doing a great job. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I know you're very close with, Coach Teddy and the whole D5 Global team. You're doing great stuff. The lessons that you're teaching your kids, the way you guys play basketball is the right way. And we appreciate you doing that because we're trying to develop the next generation.
For sure.
Well, thank you very much, Coach Chris. Thank you. All right, we have Coach DJ, who coaches the D5 Global 2029 one of the top teams in the country with so many talented players. But first of all, Coach DJ, thank you for stopping by, sir.
No problem. No problem. Thanks for having me, man.
So are you enjoying this event so far?
Yeah, it's definitely good for the city, man, and just the overall camaraderie, man, with this AAU stuff. So
Yeah.
it's good, man.
And how is it like interacting with the kids? You know, you're not only having the top kids from the state of Texas, but all over the country.
It's really my passion, man. I mean, this is what I do. I got a son that's in 4th grade that plays, and I coach, I train, I got a gym in Georgetown. I mean, it's just what I do, man. It's a passion. That's what I do it for.
Yeah, and you coach your son?
Yeah, he's on the 4th grade team with us as well.
So how is it like coaching your son? I bet it's even sweeter. Of course, you don't show any favoritism. But
No. Like... I'm harder on him, but I mean, I would probably say that at first it was a little different for him to separate being my son and being my player, but now he's caught on. He's a little bit more mature, so it's a better relationship that we have now.
Yeah, and does he enjoy being coached harder by you?
Yeah, it turns into results, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about, right? So how's it like, how describe your team to us? Someone that's not seen your team play. How does your team play? Describe the players to us.
We coming. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and toot my horn and toot their horn.
Hey, go ahead.
When we started off this season, we were just one of a regular team. We weren't ranked.
Yeah.
Our first ranking was 18 40 days ago, and then 20 days ago we got ranked number 6. So I like to think that we're coming. I like to think we're coming for everybody. So just be on the lookout, man. I think we can play with anybody. Our guards are the best in the country.
Yeah.
Our front court, our back court, man. I just honestly think that we can play with anybody, and that's serious. A lot of coaches say that, but I mean that though.
You mean it? I can tell in your voice, your conviction, the way you've been saying it.
Yes,
and
sir.
how is that relationship that you have with your kids and then the parents of your team?
I mean, it's just like an extension of a family to me. You know what I mean? I trust my parents, I trust the kids, and they trust me with their kids. So I mean, it's just a good relationship like that.
And when is your next event, Coach DJ, for your team?
We'll be in Dallas next week, man, at the circuit, the Juneteenth circuit.
Okay, and what are the keys? What does your team need to do to be able to be successful in that tournament, to get wins?
As long as we prepare, you know, a lot of things with kids in this age group is just being able to play in the morning.
Yeah.
As long as they wake up and they prepare and they do what they're supposed to do the night before, I mean, we can play with anybody. Any given day, we can beat any given team.
And describe to us your preparation during the week. Like the practice time do you guys have? How do you balance that?
Well, it's a little difficult because my team has a lot of kids from other states.
Oh, okay.
So what we try to do is keep them on the same training routine. You know what I mean? Since we can't really practice all the time, we just try to keep them on the same training routine. And when they get together, the IQ is what makes it click.
Yeah. And what about the team chemistry? How is that?
It's just a group of the same type of dudes, man. To be honest with you, man, like it's been a process building this team. I'm not going to say that the last 10 is the first 10 we started with. We had to make some cuts. We had to do things as far as personality conflicts, but now I think we have a good group, a good nucleus of kids that all have the same like-mindedness. So,
well, that's awesome, Coach DJ. We look forward to covering your team, and your team is one of the top teams in the country, and look forward to seeing what they're going to do. But thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Man.
All right, let's welcome Coach Derrick from the D5 2025. So, Coach Derrick, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Doing good. Thanks for asking. So, for those people who have not seen your team play, what is your style of play for D5 2025?
Right now, man, we're a team full of guards right now. So our team really right now, man, is really playing that Houston Rockets style of basketball, man. Try to get pick and roll basketball, getting in the lane for some of our bigger guards to finish at the rim and try to kick out to our shooters. That's really our style right now until we find a legitimate big man.
Yeah. And also, tell us about the bond that you have with your players, that relationship that you guys have with them.
Yeah, man. There's been some kids that I've been having since about the 4th or 5th grade.
Wow.
And, you know, definitely really close, man. You know, spend AAU basketball, you spend a lot of time with kids coming to your house, you know, being around your family, you know what I'm saying? You're traveling on the road. So, you know, you definitely start to grow definitely signature bonds with certain kids, man. But even the kids that just came along this year, man, you know, I'm definitely really close to them, man. Our team is, the parents are really connected. They're really close. And, man, it's just a really good environment right now.
I love what D5 Global, getting to know you guys. It's my first event covered that. You guys are family. You guys invite everybody. You guys interact. You're friendly. It's just a whole big tight-knit family group.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody's pretty tight, man. You know, the majority of the coaches are from Austin, Texas, man. And, you know, even outside of basketball, we, you know, hang out a little bit, you know, talk, you know, catch games and talk outside of basketball, you know, and that's the bigger thing, you know, for the parents. I mean, for the adults to connect, so that way that, you know, we can show the course, the youth that, of course, with unity and being together, how much stuff can grow.
I love the life lessons that you guys teach.
Right.
It's more than basketball.
Absolutely.
So also describe, your relationship, with Coach Teddy, Coach DJ, Coach Ricky, Enoch,
yeah.
everybody with this. I'm not just to name a few of the D5 community.
Yeah, man. I came into the program with Enoch, like I said, about the fourth grade with my younger son about 4 or 5 years ago, man. And he's definitely always been a stand-up, cool guy. Teddy came around a couple of years ago, man, and since he's been along, man, he's been definitely helped the program even grow more. You know what I'm saying? He's been bringing a lot of stuff in, man, doing a lot of things, man, that been definitely getting our program out there, man. Definitely appreciative of him, man. DJ, man, definitely been knowing him since high school years, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So man, me and him, we're definitely pretty cool, man. We definitely hang out outside of this at times or whatever, and we train together as well.
Okay.
Fact Fitness with Strive Athletics.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So what is the next event that your D5 2025 team is going to be playing? It's going to be Dallas next weekend?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll be in Dallas next week.
So you guys are going to be playing against some of the top teams, top players in the country. What are certain things that your team needs to do in order to get victories in the next week's tournament?
Man, just play hard, play with passion, play with effort, man. Running up and down the floor, man. Play aggressive defense. Like I said, we're a smaller team, so man, we got to definitely be a lot more scrappy. We got to be able just to compete harder than other teams. We got to want it harder than other teams.
Yeah.
The skill is there. It's the other intangibles that we need to lock in on to reach that next level.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the top teams in the country. They're so fun to watch. I love it. They're very fun. They play the basketball the right way. So do you coach your son, Coach Derrick?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Is he on the team?
Yeah, Elijah Clemens.
Elijah Clemens. Okay.
Yes,
so how's it like coaching your son on the team? You coach him harder.
Absolutely, yeah, I try to, man. Because for one, man, I just want the best for him overall, and two, man, I believe in his skill set. I believe in what he can do and what he can bring to the table. Man, he competes hard. He works on his craft outside of basketball, and it's fun to see him against the top players in the country because you get to grade your kid to see where they are on the pecking order of the talent out there. So
For sure.
it's definitely pretty cool.
For sure. One last question. So for those of people that are not familiar with D5, describe the program to the people.
I would say the program is a like you were just implemented a little earlier, family oriented program. It's a lot of older Black males that are around to help the youth, and give back in ways that we didn't have at one time or whatever. So I definitely like the passion for the male role models to be involved in these young men's lives, to just drop jewels on them that sometimes don't register at the time, but I'm definitely confident that later on during the years that these kids will remember what's being said and being taught in these types of environments, and the time and the length that we've all been together, that one day it's going to hatch and they'll be able to definitely grow from this.
Well, just to getting to know all the coaches and everybody at D5, you guys do it in business for the right reason. You want to pass the torch on to the next generation, dropping knowledge on them, and we appreciate you, Coach Derrick. We need more people like you. You definitely got the best hair game of all the coaches for sure.
A little bit, man, yes. Old dreads, man, old dreads.
Well, thank you very much, Coach Derrick.
You, man.
Thank
you.
you.
Good one, bro.
You too.
All right.
All right, we have Coach Larry here, is the assistant coach for D5 Global 2026. So, Coach Larry, how are you, sir?
Fantastic. Just watching the kids at this VIP camp. Things are going great.
So, are you enjoying yourself so far at this VIP camp, watching the kids? You guys watching good basketball?
Of course, first inaugural VIP camp. I think a lot of good turnout, good kids from all different age groups.
Yeah. And Coach Larry, so there's a lot of different kids here, not only from Texas, but also from other states. So what does that say, about the game of basketball and how much it's grown?
I think for sure with the internet and everything else, everybody's connected. So it's not just you play the kids from your local town anymore. People from all over the country. We got people from Florida, New York, California, all four corners of the country out here, all coming together. So we really like the state of where basketball is right now in the country, and let all these good kids compete against each other at a high level.
For sure. So let's talk about your team, D5 Global 2026. So for those people that have not seen your team play, describe your team, the style of play, the players.
Sure. So we probably have the most fanfare in the country because we have talented kids from all across the country coming together and playing together. They all are the stud on their individual home team.
Yeah.
But with us, it's about coming together more of what it's going to look like when they're playing at a D1, major D1 level. You play with other superstars, so they get the chance to play together in a framework where they don't have to carry everything. They can just be a player, rotate the ball, swing the ball. The open player's going to get the shot.
Yeah.
And they've all come together a lot. It's kind of very similar to what James Harden's doing with the Nets right now. People are like, that's not going to work. The ball's going to stick. But if he allows it to work, it's going to work. So that's what our kids have bought into, is playing for each other. And when they do, it works out really well.
And that's wonderful, because the kids at a young age, they're all about me. Let me get mine. But the mindset that you're instilling in these kids, like, hey, it's team. Let's play a team-oriented basketball. I think that's excellent and that's important.
For sure.
And so you guys have players from all over the country on your team, Michigan, etc.
Michigan, Ohio, New York, California, Florida, Minnesota, St. Louis, Texas, Louisiana. It's crazy.
So how's it like meshing the kids from all different parts of the country playing together?
I mean, I got to give the kudos to the kids, honestly. The kids and the parents are all great parents, great families, and the kids buy in. Because it can be easy for everybody, like you said, to be about themselves, but they're not. Practice is difficult. We try to get in a day early, but the kids are all so smart and so have such a high basketball IQ that they understand the game. They understand what to do. We just give them direction, point them in the right direction, and try to give them the tools to be successful, and then get out of their way and let them show what they can do.
Exactly. You guys definitely do give them the tools to be successful, for sure.
We appreciate that.
All right, so let's talk about the coaching staff. This coach is Coach Teddy, and then you're the assistant coach. So how's that collaboration? How do you guys work together?
Sure. Yeah. Teddy's the on-court guy, the raw, get everybody together guy. I'm more behind the scenes. I'm more the plays, the X's and O's type of guy. So we work well to balance each other out, figure out rotations. And like you said, we have different kids that can come every week, and it might be somebody different and somebody new. So it's a really tough thing to try to figure out putting that piece of the puzzle together. But I think we're doing a pretty good job of it.
Awesome. And tell us the relationship that you have with your parents, because you guys are very open. You guys allow parents, anybody to come in. So how is that relationship that you have with them?
For sure. Like I said, I think the kids that we have are phenomenal, and I attribute that to the upbringing that they have. So you're not going to be on the national scene and traveling all over the place if you don't have a great family structure and parents to be able to do it. So we just try to be open and honest and communicate with the parents as much as possible. We understand that everybody's not going to be able to make every tournament. We all try to buy in, try to help out wherever we can. And, we've become this family that's from all over the country and just supporting each other. And really, it's about the kids. It's about getting them the exposure and putting them on the scene to get them scholarships. So that's all we really care about at the end of the day.
Right. And you guys have a huge tournament next weekend in Dallas.
We do.
So tell us about the preparation. So after you guys break off today, what's the preparation like till you guys have to play in Dallas?
So funny enough, our team, we have a lot of teams within the D5 organization that are actually going to Dallas, and we're hosting that tournament. The D5 2026 team is actually headed the opposite direction to Miami to play at Bowling on the Beach. So we have kind of a split deal. So there's some revenge games that we got to go chase after somebody. So some losses, so we got to go make up for that in Florida. But all the guys in Dallas are gonna represent well.
Okay, and let's talk about Miami. Your tournament in Miami. So you guys had some revenge games. When you're going into a revenge game, what's your mindset? How do you make the kids not be able to get too amped up where they're focused and they're able to play?
That's definitely the hardest thing. And so sometimes basketball's a game of runs. Everybody knows that, and you can see the emotion on the court. And sometimes they get too hype up and overhype, and you'll start really slow or you'll start really fast. At the end of the day, you know that you got a long game ahead of you. And it's against the other best kids in the country. And so it's just take your time, focus, probably burn an early timeout to get them settled in. If it's not going too well to begin with. And then they usually come out and are more subdued and get back to their game and not try to rush anything.
Yeah. And last question for you, Coach Larry. So what are the adjustments? Like, what are the keys to victory that you guys what are certain things you guys are going to have to do in Miami to be able to be successful in this tournament?
Well, so for Miami specifically, we are missing our three bigs. So we're going to be there with all guards and wings. And so it's going to be difficult. It's all about matchups. So we'll see what every matchup entails. But I know there's some games that we're going to go against, and we're going to be the small guy. So we're going to have to put pressure. We're going to have to run. We're going to have to get in the open court. It was a little different from our normal because we're usually one of the biggest teams out there. But our whole front line is gone this tournament. So we had 2 big injuries, and we have another guy that can't make it, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be good. You just adjust, make the most with your personnel.
That's it. Learning experience.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, this is actually my last question. I take it back. So when you guys travel all over the country, how do you keep your kids focused? Because you're going to a city like Miami, there's a lot to do there, but you guys are coming there for basketball. So how do you keep your kids focused?
Well, first, they're not 21, so they're not doing South Beach. So let's just get that out of the way. But the kids are actually good. These kids they're waking up at 5, 6 in the morning, training every day. They know what it's about. It's business trips. Now we'll all get together and have fun. We'll go to the beach, go to the pool, go do different events when we can, when the time allows us to. But when it's business, it's business.
Yeah.
And they all know that.
Yeah, and you guys seem like you have a pretty, close bond. The players cheer for one another, even if they don't get the playing time needed. So talk about that a little bit.
For sure. Like I said, all these kids, I think they're used to on their individual team never coming out of the game. So here it's a little different. So there's a learning curve for them to learn being on the bench. But when they're playing for each other and they're playing the right way, then it's easy to cheer for each other. When the ball doesn't stick with us, the ball's moving, when the ball's popping, everybody works, everybody wins. And so that allows the people on the bench, they know when they get in, the ball's going to move and they're excited. So allows everybody to D up, and that's the trick for us.
Well, best of luck, Coach Larry. Ladies and gentlemen, this team is legit. You gotta go see them play. D5 Global 2026. Coach Larry, assistant coach, and we have Coach Teddy, the head coach. So thank you very much, Coach Larry.
Thank you.
Thank you.